The Bureau of Labor Statistics has a report out that tells you how much money does every household need on average to handle their bills and do what they need to do. And the number is $6,000 a month. Okay, that's a lot different than having $5 million. Now, $6,000 a month, Greg, is that a number that is much more realistic with people who come in to see you?
Yes.
Okay.
It's much more realistic. It might even be high for someone that has 2 million, right? We talk to people that have less than 3 million and more than 500,000.
Okay.
And if you think about those kind of numbers, this is what we're talking about, right? Your house is probably paid off or close. Your cars are paid off or close. You don't have student loan debt for your kids anymore. So the question really begets itself, what are we going to do? And, retirees aren't always on the go. I mean, there might be some that like to travel every week or every other month, but those are the, minority.
Mm-hmm.
Some people want to relax. They
Yep.
want to take it easy. And relaxing and taking it easy, watching television doesn't cost a lot.
Yeah.
Netflix is like $20 a month, right? So we start breaking it down, Randy. This is a very easy math equation. And I think when you're saying, $70,000 a month, well, everything becomes much more manageable when you start talking common sense versus the $300,000 a month that Kevin Clown was talking about earlier, about you need $5 million. Like, by the way, no one can make that. How do you manufacture that much money? Like, you can't.
Right.
You just work forever. So you scare people into working extra years. And we talk about the cost of waiting a year to retire.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't realize that you'll never be happier than you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, the happiness factor is like 4 or 5 times that in your 60s as it is in your 80s. And that's not to say you won't be happy in your 80s, but you do get to enjoy things more when you're younger. And there's 1,000 statistics out there. Morningstar did the study. Don't yell at me if you're in your 80s listening. I'm not trying to say that you're not having a good time, but you will have more enjoyment doing things earlier when you're healthier and you're more active and you have more energy. So what is the real cost? It's not just financial; it's emotional, and it's the mental aspect of it. It's the joy of it. The joy of retirement is getting missed because people are getting scared or you lied to, and they work too long. And when we do this, Randy, our solution to this problem is the income tent, right? So what we do for retirees, this is going back to education, trying to make them aware of, fact from fiction, mythbusters, whatever you want to call it. When we sit down with a family, one of the parts we build, in addition to the 4 tools I just talked earlier about, in each roadmap that they get at no cost, they also get an income tent. And that income tent literally looks at what they spent last year and what they received last year. Shocker! We actually use what you're doing. This isn't some weird equation or Monte Carlo or some type of, crazy one size fits all. No, we actually just take what you did and we kick it out 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then we add a little bit of return, 5%, less than Kevin put in there. A little bit of travel based on what you tell us. A little bit of healthcare, a little bit of inflation, a little spice here, a little spice there. We add that all up. We push it out 25 years and we say, here's what's left at the end of 25 years. And their eyes pop out of their head because they see 780,000. They see 1.2 million. They're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that everyone misses, you spend less money each year in retirement. Why? You do less. Because out of the gate, you do all the things you want to do. I'm going to buy that sports car. I'm gonna go get that place in Florida. We're gonna do all these trips. And then you just realize, man, that's a lot of work. I think I'm just gonna sit around and watch my grandkids, soccer games.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the things that change as you get into retirement. You start understanding and getting comfortable with your retirement schedule, and you spend less. And that's another thing that these charts and all these people don't embrace. That doesn't mean you have to spend less, but statistically, most people do.
Mm-hmm.
So you should know that, and that should be part of your plan. Now, our plan assumes a linear line of spending just to be conservative, but it's what you spent last year. And I think that's the secret sauce, Randy, is that by using our income tent, we can actually forecast out 25 years to get you real comfortable. And here's the best part. We update it every year to continue to motivate you to spend more money. That is the whole idea. When Greg said, Greg, why'd you build this? It wasn't to put you on an income plan. My theory all along, because I sat in about 5,000 meetings being an estate planner, and I said, people are dying with way too much money because they're afraid to spend their money because they think they're going to run out of money. I was like, I want to build a tool that shows them that there's no way they're going to spend they're running out of money unless they go into a nursing home for like 20 years. And when I started doing that and having that conversation, I came up with this tool to say, look, you actually have more money than you did last year. What are you doing? Go spend some money. And you can actually see some changing habits. Someone takes an extra trip. Someone does a nice little extra, splurge purchase. And I think that's what the piggy bank's all about. And the industry doesn't talk about that, Randy, because if you spend your money, they take a pay cut.